Yeah. That should be them. Whee!
Oh boy.
I have not stopped sweating.
Yeah, the tweets are out. I mentioned in the Twitter, but I'll mention it live as well for those people who either don't have or don't want to use Twitter. We have always had a safety precaution at our table to make sure that everyone, including myself, is comfortable, safe, and happy. And it's especially important to mention tonight because tonight could be a very emotionally difficult session. We as players are human. Our characters can bring out real human emotions in us. And as the DM, it is my job to protect the consent and comfort of my players. And that includes, even to extreme purposes, if I call the end of the stream suddenly, it is for their safety and their comfort. It is something that I will do if necessary, if one of my players tells me that they are uncomfortable. Not that I anticipate that happening ever, but it's just to put the notice out there that if it does suddenly go offline, it's for my players and us as people, as humans. We do this and we stream this for entertainment and for fun, but we don't have to be here. We don't have to put ourselves out to whoever could find it on the internet. That being said, however, I am excited to be able to share the raw emotion that can happen in D&D, because it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Our characters are people too in their reality, and they feel things. So, yes. This session's probably not going to be as long as normal. And I don't want to say not very much will happen, but there's no intended story progression. It's more to get to the heart of a one-on-one conversation that would sometimes we do this sort of stuff off camera. We do it behind the scenes during the week ahead of sessions so that we get the RP that certain members aren't available for or aren't in the scene for out of the way so that no one's sitting twiddling their thumbs. But with the tech issues that happened, it's actually allowed us to have this unique experience where we can share another one of these mini sessions with everyone. So yeah, that's...
And at least for me, I feel like this is one that should be on stream.
Yeah.
A lot of the things that we do off stream can be pivotal to our character's development, but are not crucial to being played out on stream. Or in session, because it is between that player and an NPC or that player and another player, and it's sometimes more interesting or works better for the table if that conversation kind of gets just revealed that it happened. But this is one that
there's no, I don't want to say hiding or avoiding. There's no,
but also this one is better because when we do things through text, which is how we predominantly do these things, a lot of things can get lost in translation.
Yep.
Or sometimes when you're doing RP, like you read a response but you can't get to it right away, and that gives you an unusual amount of time to think about how you would respond to it, even subconsciously.
Yeah.
Because you know that you got that response, you're like, oh, I'll get to it when I'm like not driving somewhere. But the entire time you're driving, you're like, this is what I could say. And then it's not as, I don't want to say it's not
genuine.
as genuine.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that it's not as genuine. Like, there's no real good way to phrase it, but it's not as raw as it would be as if you just
rip the band-aid off.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna rip the stitches out at this point.
And for the most part, I'm just here as the DM. I have to be aware of this sort of conversation. This is the rare occasion that the DM just gets to do nothing. I just get to exist. So I'm kind of just like the overseer today, so you can just ignore me. I'm not here.
She gets
Which
to
is not to say that
experience
she's
with
not
us.
paying attention.
Oh no, I'll be paying attention. I will be crying into a bowl of pasta. So
I
I'll be
should have
just
put liquor in this tonight.
I'll be just as emotionally invested as always. And obviously I'll be on the side keeping tabs and keeping an eye for any signals or related messages, or here for just general questions. But yes. I will say, even though Cassian isn't appearing tonight, y'all should check the fucking stellar art that he got this week, cause holy fuck.
Yeah. It's
Holy
pretty good.
fuck. It's amazing.
It's pretty good.
We'll probably do like a big reveal next Sunday when we come back. I'm actually gonna upload
We don't want to do that for him.
Yeah. But it is all over Twitter. I will be probably, if I get the chance to, putting all of your most recent art into the game as handouts so that you can show them off on stream. If I get the chance to. So that you can just like have them there. And you can just be like, look, this is pretty, you know. I might make a folder and just put like all of the commissions in it.
Yeah.
So that you can show as much or as little as you want. But yeah. There's no real major recap happening. Because it's not a real session. I don't want to say it's not a real session.
I guess just to fill in, this is the aftermath of meeting Ritan's dad.
Yeah, so for those of you who haven't tuned in to the most recent episode, everyone returned to Mernalak, and Ritan got a whole bunch of news, but also that her father was home and would like to see her for dinner. Speaking of pasta. And then there were interesting conversations, various unusual questions, much giggles, much awkwardness. And then Cassian gave Rex the ability to send a sending spell to whomever he chose to, prompting him to do so to his family. While Rex was outside, Ritan received the information that Cassian had spoken to Leodir and offered for him to come to dinner. And as far as Ritan knows, all Leodir has said is no. Cassian didn't give very much context to the conversation, and needing to excuse herself, Ritan headed outside to where Rex had gone to use the sending spell out into the quiet residential streets of Merilat. After having come from the vibrant celebration of the first ever flight of an airship. Rex, you've been out there for probably about 5-10 minutes at this point. You've sent your spell. You've now been sitting in the silence, or what feels like silence to you, but still has, the sound of wind, the gentle breeze that flows through the natural built-up streets of a city, the chirping of birds as they fly overhead, the distant sound of what could potentially be fireworks or still confetti cannons, just general party that is going on. The entire city is located in one area. You're going to hear it, even at this distance. But to you, the silence is ringing in your ears after having spoken to who you spoke to. And then, almost too loud and too abrupt, cutting through that silence, you hear the sound of the front door of Ritan's childhood home being pulled open. And the heavy footfall that you know is Ritan stepping out into the street near you.
The door does not slam, but it doesn't close quietly. And the footsteps abruptly stop. There's only like a couple. It's like enough to like get out the door, and then they stop. And then you just hear a really heavy, really deep breath.
You probably see Rex's head just kind of like peek around the side of the house, like probably to your right.
She doesn't see you because when you peek around the house, she is staring up at the sky. No mask, no jacket on. Just staring up at the clouds.
Just looks at her for a second and then, want to join me?
You see her take another deep breath, and you can see it like go through her whole body. It lifts her shoulders, and then they just, more defeated than you've ever seen. They just, like her whole posture just, it hits. And she turns, and you can hear her boots scuffing across the stones, which is also very not like her. And as she gets closer, you just hear her mumble, "Well, misery does love company, doesn't it?"
I guess.
And she gets to the corner of the house and just kind of leans up against it, puts her hands in her pockets, and she's staring at her feet.
Rex is actually, he's like sitting on the very end of the house with his back up against it.
Yeah, so she like comes to the edge and like leans next to you, looking like this, facing the same way that you are, but staring down at her feet.
He's probably within your line of sight if you're looking at your feet.
Mm-hmm.
His eyes are probably still pretty red. Doesn't look like he's still crying, but he has very, very recently. But he just looks up. You okay?
Came out here to ask you the same thing.
Jury's still out on that one. But 10 years of thoughts pushed to the back of my head, all hitting at once was a lot. But I'll get back to you when I know. Sort through them.
That's it's a nasty feeling.
Yeah.
She kind of turns and looks over her shoulder in the direction of like where all of the partying is still going on. Well, at least somebody's having a good time.
So, what happened while I was out here?
She just kind of like gives you like the polite, like, I appreciate you smile, but shakes her head. It's neither here nor there.
Okay. I used it. I don't know if that was obvious, but yeah.
Okay. She kind of adjusts herself.
I used it to message my mom. Don't know why in my head I thought maybe they had gotten along without issue or didn't care, but it was in my head rationalizing it, but she still misses me.
Any good parent would. She kind of taps you with her, like she uncrosses her legs enough to like tap you with her toe. If it's any consolation, I'd miss you too, even if you're a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Glad to hear it, I guess.
I certainly hope so, considering you were the first person I brought back from the dead.
Yeah. Thank you again for that. I don't think I'll
Not the
be
point
able
of
to
bringing
think
it up.
enough, but I know. But yeah, she... Same voice as ever. Just... not strangely, but just comforting. And I didn't realize how much I missed her until I heard it.
You see her just nod very slowly. You can tell that she's chewing her bottom lip more than she probably should be. And then she rounds the corner, slides down on the wall next to you. Budge over a second. And she like motions for you like lean forward.
He does.
And you feel her unfurl her wings, and she puts the one that is closest to you behind you and uses it to pull you in against her as the same arm goes around and pulls you in against her.
Starts silently again, but he's not like sobbing or anything like that. It's just coming out a little bit. Just tears.
And as you start, the other wing comes around and almost shields you from view.
Up until earlier this year, I had all but written off going home at all. I guess I kind of just didn't even think about it once we started going around. Not enough to actually process it, I guess. Now,
Weird, I can relate.
I don't know if I'll be able to think of anything else.
Home has a strange way of making everything feel better and hurt more at the same time. Whether you're there or not.
Yeah, I'm learning that.
Were you close with your mom?
Yeah. Yeah, she was just the most supportive person in my life growing up. Nothing against my dad, but he worked like you do, but I don't know. Pushed for me to do better, try and pass the he did want me to go out and do something, but pushing for me to do it, and he would push me, but my mom would encourage me, and it's different.
It is. It always is.
don't know if I told you this, but you know how I can change color of fire sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
My mom could do that. That was the only thing she could do, but she could do it. And whenever I was, I don't know, having a bad day, she'd make the fire dance and change color.
Sounds like a wonderful person.
She is. Like I said, that's why everything kind of hit really hard as soon as she responded.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I get that. The most important question.
Yeah.
And she kind of like jostles you a little bit, squeezes you a little bit tighter for a brief moment. Are you okay? It's okay if the answer is no.
Yeah, this... I am okay. I mean, as long as we do get to go up that way as soon as we can. I know we have stuff to do, believe me, I get it. And I know you have everything here that you need to deal with, but I'd like it in our sights for as soon as we can. That's all.
She sighs quietly and she kind of tips her head back against the wall and she's quiet for a moment. You know, I can't make you a promise like that. Because I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe a couple of days ago, maybe a week ago, I could have made that promise with some relative certainty. I'm not sure of a fucking thing in my life right now. And I won't make you a promise just to let you down. And I'm sorry if that makes this worse.
It doesn't. But
I want so badly to make you that promise.
that's why I phrase it. That's why I said just as soon as we can, not no timeline, but as soon as we're able, if we can go.
time presents itself,
Exactly.
if I am still able, if I'm still alive, I will do everything I can to get you home, even if I can't go with you.
Okay.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
I don't either. But I really hope you can.
I hope I can too.
He sits up a little bit.
She loosens her grip so that it's not awkward for you to do so. Eases the wing in front out of the way so it's not as claustrophobic.
Just sits quietly thinking. Sorry if this being excited about this hard for you with everything, but
Why would that be hard for me?
talking about my mom, I guess. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna need you to spell that one out for me.
Well, just me wanting to go and see my mom and you not being able to. I don't know.
Because my mom is dead. Not a day goes by that I don't miss my mom. It was a while ago. And you had nothing to do with that. So get it out of your head that I would be upset with you being excited about talking to your family just because I lost part of mine. They're two separate things. Sometimes it's harder. I'll smell something or hear something, it'll remind me. Or particularly starry nights, I think of her more. That's not your fault.
You can tell me as much or as little about your mom as you would like, and it won't bother me.
Okay.
She just kind of glances over and lifts an eyebrow at you. Out with it.
Hmm?
Out with it.
I think. Just thinking about it. I wonder what she'll think of me having the abilities that I have now. That's all.
Well, provided you don't use them to hurt people. And she kind of like gives you like a sidelong glance. Other than other
That
people
don't
who
deserve it.
As long as you're not hurting innocent people, and you're not destroying towns or what have you. As long as you're doing good with it and you're happy with them. I'm sure she'd be happy for you. I don't know if it were me. As long as my child was happy and healthy and not causing mass destruction, that would be enough for me. And if you really want a perspective, you could go ask him. She kind of looks back the way she came. Not sure you like the answer you get. It'll probably be blunt. Probably a little too honest.
Maybe.
But from what you say, she was encouraging. She was kind. I don't think you have anything to be afraid of. Why do you ask?
I don't know. Like I said, it was one of the one of the many thoughts that came rushing in as soon as I realized that I might be going home, and as soon as I heard her voice,
Yeah. What did you tell her?
I just said, "It's me.
Hi, Mom, it's me.
Hi, Mom, it's Rax. I'm still alive."
You can feel her chuckling anyway. Like, she's trying not to, but you know.
Yeah. I feel like that was probably important to start off with.
Maybe.
I told her I have a way I might be able to come home, and I will as soon as I can.
Well, that explains a bit of the pressure. Hey, can we go home as soon as we can?
That's why
Give
I
her
asked
your
before I came outside, because, like I said, I didn't want to give her false hope.
I'm giving you shit. You think I knew what to say when Cassie handed me that bead? I started apologizing for everything I thought I did wrong. I ran out of words. Which, ironically, my dad had an excuse. Magic's not really a thing that he's ever been exposed to, but ironically, we ran out of words at the exact same time in the exact same way. I get it. You know what you want to say. And then it's just... She call you a liar?
Not directly.
Funny, haha.
She said, "I hope it's you." But not in a way directly saying, lying to me, but hoping that it was me and I wasn't. Whoever it was wasn't lying.
I mean, that would be a sick joke.
It would.
I would not want to see my dad if someone used magic to contact him pretending to be me.
I would hope people aren't that
Pretending
cruel.
to be us.
I was just gonna say in general that cruel, but
They are.
that's why it kind of just trailed off. But
It was equal parts good and cruel.
that's fair.
Same thing with life. Sometimes the scale just tips one way for a little bit. Balances out eventually. At least that's what I tell myself.
I think you're right.
We'll keep one for later. I wouldn't hold it against you. And I wouldn't think less of you. If you wanted to go now. I'd go right to the king, and I would pull whatever strings I had to make it happen. I would not think any less of you. You shouldn't stay because you feel like you have to. And she reaches a hand over and pokes you in the chest. You go where that tells you to go. Stop listening to all the bullshit up here, and she pokes you on the forehead. And just listen to what's in there. Pokes you on the chest again.
Thing is, in there, that's to go both places and bring everybody home with me, so that way I can tell them all some of the things I've done, because...
Yeah, 10-year acid trip in the Feywild might be a thing you want to leave out.
And, going into a crypt and all that stuff we were talking about before, not wanting to tell your
Oh,
dad.
but you guys were fine bringing that up in front of my dad.
He wasn't in there.
Walls are very thin in that house. I don't know if you noticed.
But... I don't know. I want you guys to be there when I go home. As much as enticing as it is to cut off and go. Purely because it's been that long. But I think a little bit longer. I can wait and I think it'll be better.
That's your choice. I'm gonna give you a piece of advice that I didn't follow. Kind of tacks on to what I told you a couple days ago. You never think the last time's gonna be the last time. You always think you're gonna have another chance until you don't. Don't wait to say anything. If you're not gonna go, you write them. You message them. Because one day there won't be a reply. Don't squander it. Don't squander it like I did.
That goes for Mirio as well as your family.
Talk to her most days at night when we're both finishing up our days. Try to, at least. I was also kind of hoping she would come with us when we go.
You asked my opinion a couple days ago. What you should do. Obviously, my perspective has probably shifted a bit in light of... And she just kind of mentions to, like, her general area. Do not answer right away. You think before you answer. Do you trust her? To the core, with everything. Do you trust her?
I have been.
She cocks an eyebrow at you.
Up until this second, I have been. But
I mean, do you trust her with everything that you are, with all of who you are as a person? Do you trust her with that?
Yes.
Then you tell her. And you use that trust to let her handle it. Because if you wait, you tell her in person. There are a lot of things that I wish I had just said. And if I had just opened my mouth and said them, probably wouldn't be in the mess that I'm in. With a lot of people. And at the same turn, there are things that I wonder if I wasn't told because I hadn't earned that trust. And that cuts pretty deep. Don't coddle her. Stars know she doesn't need it. Don't baby her. She'll tell you what she needs. And she deserves the right to choose how she handles it. That's just my 2 cents anyway.
Thank you.
I don't know if you want to do that yet.
I already did.
Regret for another day. Although I do wonder how far you would go if she hit you.
Probably pretty far.
Might break a wall.
If she kicked me, yep. Right through.
I can recommend some that are a little bit, less sturdy. She deserves the right to choose. I took that from people. Didn't realize that I was taking it until it was too late.
That's what I was half afraid of by not telling her.
Yeah. Yeah. Gonna be honest, I'm kind of scared of her too. In seriousness. I get it. It's the same reason I really didn't ever want to tell my dad about what I do. What 18-year-old wants to go home and say, "Hey, Dad, guess who died?" And when I got older, it just became habit. A lot of the faces in that academy portrait I haven't seen in a long time. And some of them, I saw them meet their end. I didn't want if I fell apart, than everyone else who was relying on me, I wasn't doing my job. If I fell apart on the front line, people on my right and my left didn't have me doing what I was supposed to be doing. And I didn't want it to be when I came home that every time I came home, I was crying or in pain. And then the years went on and on. And then I was an officer. And instead of my comrades looking at me to be on their right or be on their left, they were looking at me saying, "What do we do?" And if I fell apart, what hope did they have? So I pushed it down deeper. And then I got promoted again. And I started seeing the death tolls. I got the lists of names. And I got the numbers. I went to their houses. I gave the news. What was my pain in the face of theirs? I was still alive. My family didn't lose someone. And then the years went on. I was so focused on doing what I thought was right by everyone else that I didn't stop to think about what was actually right or what they actually wanted or needed. I thought it would be easier. I thought it would be better. I thought that it would just be, we don't need to worry about her. She's always fine. Never occurred to me that maybe people knew I wasn't fine. I mean, he knew I wasn't fine. But everyone else who wasn't in my head. And I didn't stop to think that by keeping it all to myself, they might be conjuring up worse ideas. Why would I think of the what ifs? I already knew what was. I'm just now realizing the damage that's done. So don't take her choice. Don't take your mom's choices. Because if I could take it back, I wouldn't a heartbeat. There's a lot of things I wish I could take back. But I can't. This is the bed I made for myself, the road I paved for myself, so I have to walk it to the end and accept whatever route that takes. Some rambling advice from a young soldier feels way too old.
Kind of shifts a little bit so that he's not back up against the wall anymore, and so when he puts his hand kind of on your shoulder, it's not, but puts his hand on your shoulder. Really, thank you, but are you okay? Because
No.
it's
No. I'm not. I'm too tired and it's too pathetic for me to keep saying that I'm fine. Everyone around but me knew that I was lying. I've been in enough wars to realize a losing battle when I'm in one. I will be fine. I just don't know when that will be. And I think that's the most terrifying part of it. That I don't know how I'll be fine. Because I really went and mucked everything up.
my experience of fucking everything up on my own as well. Just from where I'm sitting, I'll figure it out. So find people to help you figure it out. I will do my best to help if I can.
For today, I've had enough of people trying to help me figure it out. She takes a deep breath. Castian called him. Castian called him and he told me.
Did he say anything about it? I mean,
Cassian said he invited him to come join us and he said no. That's all he really told me. I know he was just trying to fix things, but
trying to fix things, and I don't know if going about it the right way.
she kind of gives you a look of like, no shit.
From what I can tell, he's trying to help us in the ways that he can and knows how. But
A little subtlety would do him a lot of good.
one way of putting it, maybe keeping some things in his head.
Mm-hmm. I don't care that he tried. I care that it backfired, and he told me it backfired.
What I figured.
Because now all I can do is sit here and wonder why it was no.
Not knowing's probably the worst part.
Believe me, it is. Especially when you're just used to knowing. I don't know if it's no because it's what's best. I don't know if it's no because this is the first time I've seen my dad in a year. I don't know if it's no because of something I did. And it was hard enough today. I didn't need those thoughts again. right now.
Wonder if it was no because he's not ready yet.
But is he not ready because of me? I think I know he would have made it clear if we were done. But it doesn't stop. Doesn't stop me being afraid.
I think you're right. He would be forthright if that was his intent. I think he's trying to figure out something. I don't know exactly what, but and I'm choosing to believe that's why he didn't want to be here today. He doesn't have his own thoughts figured out, and he doesn't want that to spill over. His concerns and ideas and what have you. I wasn't there when everything went down.
Probably a good thing.
So I don't know the nature of what happened, but from the times that I've talked to him and he's been around, that's what I think, that's what I hope. I think you're right. I think he'd make it clear.
I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. Do we just not talk for 2 weeks and then act like nothing happened? And then let's go answer that question. I don't even know if I'm... I don't even know if me saying anything or doing anything is going to make it better or worse.
Has he been upfront with you up until this point? As in, if he needs to talk about something, if he wants to speak with you about something, he does?
Yeah, apparently I just pushed too hard.
Well, the reason that I ask is it might not take the whole 2 weeks, but when he's ready, when he feels he needs to, now is the time to speak to you, he will.
So I just wait? What if me not doing anything looks like I'm giving up or detached or
We have he told us, gave us a heading on something he wants us to do. I think us following that, continuing with that, shows that you're going forward with it. You clearly are trying. You're letting him make the decision on when he wants to talk about it, figure out what's going on, have this discussion.
I just don't want him to think that me giving him space means I don't care. And I don't know how to do both.
Don't quite know how to do both, but I really just think our best bet is he asked us to do something. If we continue trying with that, that shows you care, you want to help. And I don't know if you said it was kind of like talking across a hallway or something, so by that analogy, keeping your door open.
No, door has to stay closed. Door's
I
gotta stay closed right now.
Okay. I don't know how any of that works.
I have been... how to explain this? This is really weird. Best way I can describe it is for the past couple of days, I have been putting my entire everything into keeping that door shut. so that my emotions, my thoughts, don't keep ramming into him. So that he's not feeling what I'm feeling on top of everything else. So if I slip and the door opens, especially now, the door stays closed. You have no idea.
I don't. But
No idea.
I was just gonna. All I was getting at was, if he's when he's ready, as long as you don't know how there's a way to indicate that you're ready if he is. Don't really know how that works, like I said, but
We'll figure it out. He'll either keep banging on the door until I answer, or he'll just show up. He does tend to be persistent when I'm not listening.
maybe trusting that persistence for when he's ready, while continuing what we need to do and what he asked us to do is a good way to show that you're ready.
Or
when
this
he-
is a test to just see if I can do what's asked of me. Instead of always trying to fix it. Maybe this is just a harsh lesson in taking my hands off the reins.
Very well could be. Puts his hand back on your shoulder and kind of gives it a little bit of a reassuring squeeze as best as he can. Do you think? Yeah. It could just be he's hoping that we're gonna be able to, or you're gonna be able to let it be for a little bit, as uncomfortable and as awful as it feels for that to happen.
Then Cassian needs to stop sending him messages.
We will have to, yeah, it's as helpful as he can be.
That is not a conversation I am comfortable having with him. Were I not in my father's home? I would say there would have been words, but likely not, if you catch my drift. have to believe. I have to believe that everything will be as it's supposed to be. The word faith is strange for me. But I have to have faith in myself. And I have to have faith in him, and I have to have faith in us. Because if I don't, nothing makes sense.
Now, have faith he'll come around when it's time.
Normally I'd ask him what I should do. Someone is concerned. I'm sorry, I came out here to check on you, and I made this about... It's not entirely true. I came out here to deflect from my problems by fixating on yours, but points for trying.
Nothing wrong with getting around to talking about them, both of them anyway. I think both of us needed to talk a little bit about what was on our minds.
No, I think there's a problem with the approach, because, that's...
Deflecting, oh yeah, probably. But glad you got what was on your mind off as well. I didn't realize you did that.
Yeah. Thankfully, my father was not in the room when he told me that. Though his timing could have been better. Like, never for a good benchmark.
Probably should have kept that one. Kept that one to himself.
Should have put it in a locked chest and sunk it at the bottom of the ocean is what he should have done with it. And again, I'm not even really mad.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of a twist of the knife there, guys. Is this how parents feel? Is this what they mean when they say they're not mad? They're just disappointed?
Maybe?
This sucks. Oh, one thing's for sure. Two things.
Mm-hmm.
One, we can't go back in there looking like this. We could. That's not a conversation that either of us want to have. Second, I can't be like this when he comes back. Because I'll be damned if I look that pathetic.
Don't really know. Don't really know if the second one of those is as important. But
I was gonna say something and then I remembered literally the rant I went on about not taking people's choices away. I was gonna say it's not gonna make him feel better to know that I was like this while he was gone, but that's... yeah, that kind of falls under that category.
mm-hmm.
I hate it when I'm right.
Hate it when your own advice comes to kick you in the shins.
It's a little bit higher than that, but... like I said, I give good advice, I don't take good advice.
What you're saying is I need to start writing your advice down and using it.
I mean, considering your memory problems, you probably should anyway.
It's a fair point.
Mm-hmm. There's one thing that I hate more than being right, because usually when I'm right, that's not a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's waiting. I am not good at waiting, and I blame that entirely on the military.
It's just made worse by the fact you don't actually know.
Oh no, in the military, a lot of times you don't know either. Hurry up, go here, and then wait 3 days to see how many of them show up. That's my favorite game. It was sarcasm, by the way.
I figured on that one.
I am going to have a very difficult conversation with my dad. Before we leave.
I think that'd be wise.
You think? Sorry, I've been told that I get sassy when other people are right, and I don't like it. He deserves to know why I stayed away. He deserves an apology for it.
He also deserves to know that you care about him as well. And you were, it's not really a good excuse, but
It's a horrible excuse, actually.
yeah, I was trying to be nice about it. But
I don't think I ever really realized it until today. I really did fuck off when my mom died. That makes it so much worse. The one place I should have been, I wasn't. I'm trying to see if it came back.
what happened?
My
Your
stream
stream
disconnected.
died.
Oh,
Again, yay.
oh boy.
I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, we reconnected. It said reconnection successful, so I'm wondering if we actually just got it in one thing.
It's up
You're
on
back.
my
Yeah.
end, what I can see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like it's up on my end again too. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. We can edit this out. Yeah, the one place I should have been, I wasn't. I knew that my dad was hurting. And I was too.
but I didn't know what he needed. And he didn't know what I needed. And like the colossal idiot I am, I thought it would be easier for him if he didn't have to see me suffering all the time. That she kind of like lets her head thunk back against the wall. Deep down, I think I always wondered if he blamed me. I didn't even realize that until now. Which, when I say it out loud, sounds dumber than I feel. But I think it was that fear that kept me away. No, that's not even it either. I thought I failed. And even if he didn't think that, I did. And I don't think I could look him in the eye. Thought I was doing the right thing, I guess. I was really just scared.
Being scared tends to hide itself behind a bunch of things, so that makes sense.
She kind of slides her eyes over to, I will kindly ask you to forget that. That's a thing you don't write in your notebook.
Don't worry, it's still in my bag.
She pulls her knees up and kind of just like braces her arms on her knees. That's a hit I didn't expect to really want to deal with today. Kind of explains a lot, actually.
realizing it explains a lot about my actions as well, now that I'm thinking about it.
Oh.
Just never even trying to contact home or anything.
Because you were afraid of what you'd find out?
Yeah. Afraid of what I'd find out. Afraid of facing my fuck up. Either one.
I mean, to be fair, you did have a accomplice in the situation. Just throwing that out there.
He just shakes his head.
Not that I'm throwing stones, glass house and all that.
That's not the fuck up I'm talking about. It's...
Oh no, I'm just saying I shouldn't be.
I was talking about when I first left.
Left?
Yeah. That was me. That was all me.
You left for a reason?
Nope.
You lost me.
I snuck out and I wanted to go explore.
She points at you. Reason.
Wanted to see what's out there. I didn't want to wait. And then found myself in a place I couldn't get back home.
Feywild?
Yep.
You know, I hate to break it to you. Still had a reason.
Selfish, childish one, but a reason, yeah.
Hey, and she kind of like flicks your nose and taps you to make you look at her. More advice that I don't follow. Stop holding your younger self accountable by the standards of your older self. And stop holding your older self accountable for the things that your younger self did. And please appreciate how hard that was for me to just say.
I do appreciate it. And I will try my best not to do either of those.
You are not the wrongs or the sins you committed when you were 10?
Yep.
You are not the sins or the wrongs you committed when you were 10. You were a child. With child's dreams. With child's hopes, with child's eyes of the world. That's no one's fault. least of all yours. You understand?
Yeah,
Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then accept. That's the next step.
And that's the tough one. Don't know if I can until I've...
You can when you let yourself. And I realize that I'm the world's biggest hypocrite right now.
At least you're aware of that. I mean,
I'm trying. I'm slow to catch on. I always get there eventually. You could throw hints all around me and I wouldn't notice.
I realize that. Still working on adjusting.
To me missing hints?
To showing that I'm a friend in a different way than I'm used to.
Got it. That's where that was going.
Yep.
See? Case in point.
Making sure that you're aware that I'm here.
Big block letters usually help. That's a joke.
Well, I was actually just thinking maybe I'll ask Cassian to teach me how to do that little illusion thing and I can spell it out.
Please don't, because two of you using the arcane to give me a raging clue, I think is more than I can handle. Oh shit.
But
Realizing we're more alike than I thought, which is weird. That's a compliment, by the way.
how are you figuring that? That's
I'm
what the
comparing
face
you to
was.
me.
Hmm?
Because I'm comparing you to me. I can compare you to something else if you'd like, if you keep making that face.
No, that's not what... not something bad. Now I'm starting to think, I wonder if that's just kind of how a lot of people are. Like, whether they're directly aware of it or not.
I guarantee you 90% of the world is not aware of it. I mean, I'd say look down this road, but they're all, well, here, look. And she cranes around and, well, she gets up and she goes and she kind of stands at the edge of the house again. And she's got her arms crossed, but not in like a tense way. It's very relaxed. And she's just watching everyone down at the dock. Look at them.
It's a long distance away from your house.
She's looking in that direction. Fine. Listen to them. Every single one of them probably has the exact same problems that we do. Well, I'd hope not.
I really hope not.
Personal problems, personal struggles that we have. Every single one of them is wondering whether or not they screwed up, whether they hurt someone. They're just doing their best to get by. Same thing. I suppose you could say that they have the luxury of that's all they're expected to do. We have to do that. And stop all the other things that are going on.
Why does stopping all the other things that are going on seem like the easier of the two?
It really does, doesn't it?
Puts his head in his hands.
Because it's something you can physically change. It's something you can put hands on and manipulate. All this. That just takes time. Take it from me, the more you try to fix it, the worse it gets. I was so busy worrying that I failed everyone that I became obsessed with making sure I wouldn't fail again. And look where that's gotten me. But you give me a problem I can actually do something about? Give me somebody I can hit and I'll fix the problem. Same logic does not work with She comes back over and sits down next to you again.
And as you're walking over, you smell the waft of dinner. You've been out here for almost an hour, probably, at this point. So your poor father has been slaving away inside the house, probably on his own, while you've been having this emotional heart-to-heart. And you're starting to smell the delicious scent of home-cooked food for the first time in a year.
You told me I wasn't allowed in the kitchen on his own.
Yeah, but you know, that
Yes,
doesn't
well,
mean you'll feel any less guilty about
oh yeah,
it.
no, I know. She does.
And you know, your friend is awkwardly sitting in your lounge with Lynn and Luna.
Hey, you know what? He wouldn't be awkwardly sitting in that lounge if he hadn't awkwardly told me what he did.
But I'm just making you aware that you've been outside for probably almost 45 minutes to an hour, almost give or take that. The time block, and you're starting to smell.
Am I familiar with this particular
I would say not really because of the cuts that Cassian bought.
Right, because Cassian splurged, and my dad's probably there going, I don't want to fuck this up.
Your dad probably hasn't cooked a meal like this since your mom.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was asking.
But
Well, if that's what
yeah,
we're
it's-
starting to smell, I think Raxel, like,
Mhm.
kind
Yeah,
of, as
uh-huh.
Ritan looks like she's about to go sit.
It's like both of us. Like, she starts walking over and she's like,
Mm-hmm. Raxel, get up. I didn't realize it'd been talking this long.
second longest conversation we've ever had.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. There's no fixing this, is there?
Rax will try and wipe away like the excess bits. No, Rax is fancy. He has a. No, I'm just kidding. He's not that fancy, but
You're not
He'll pull up-
Cassian.
no. But he does get changed every day, so he has. But anyway, he pulls out like a handkerchief that I'm sure he has. Might still smell of
think
seawater.
you have
but-
like the old handkerchief and the pocket square that was given to you for your suit for the fancy dinners.
But anyway, it guaranteed still smells of seawater, but he will help.
Like Ritan gives a shit she grew up here.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And then she's going to take both of his hands in hers as he finishes. I don't make promises I don't think I can keep. Well, let's make a promise, you and I.
Mm-hmm.
To be kinder to ourselves.
Yeah. We both need it and deserve it at this point.
Showing mercy is important. To ourselves most of all. Let's promise to hold each other to it.
Promise.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I promise.
Sassy with me, I'll put you through a wall before Miri even gets her hands on you.
That'll get me used to it, so. I don't want to hear you say it.
I give you my vow. Now go, because if I smell that any longer, my stomach is going to start eating itself.
Heads in, holds the door open for her.
And we'll grab you there next session. Woohoo. I was emotionally eating garlic bread the whole time. I'm sorry. I was
I'm
sitting
seeing you going
real-
like this.
Well, I had pasta and garlic bread. I was like,
I know, but I kept seeing you go like this.
well, I didn't want to like.
No, I know, you were like trying to be so respectful the whole time.
Oh no!
What?
I just got a DM from Fern. The person who did his art just reopened their commissions.
Oh no.
I can't.
I know.
I can't afford that shit.
I so very want to.
I can't.
One day we'll pull
If you
together.
can't, I don't think I can either.
I could. Let me put it to you this way. I could, if I wanted to sleep on the couch. The last one was a little bit
Uh,
Yep. Don't worry, we've all had a cry in Fern's next. I promise you I will get him. I know, like, I want you to know that before any of this happened, I had a plan for him already.
Now it's like personal.
Now it's like, hey, it's coming.
The funniest part is we brought this up in our group Discord, and he went, no. Cassian's been through enough trauma. And I'm like, yes, but has Fern.
Oh,
Cassian is irrelevant at this point.
never give your DM a string to tug on.
You know what the worst part is?
Huh?
At least for myself. And Zoe and I have laughed about this through the entirety of this campaign. But the more I play Ritan, the more I realize that I put these things in her character without even realizing I put them in her character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I put 2 and 2 together at the same time that Ritan does, which is why it fucking hurts.
Yeah. Like, you know what's worse for me is sitting through sessions like this, trying not to react to things because I know how the NPCs are thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, trying to sit here and not react to things is just, like, it's the worst because, like, I'm sitting here going, they would say this, or they would say that, or they would feel this, or they would feel that, and I'm like, I
Must
can't.
be really hard considering, like, you've never
I
had to,
can't-
like, filter off
like-
Leadir before.
Well, so, I mean, yes and no. Like, there's a lot of filtering off happening because, like, there's Leadir, Frisia, Rax's parents, Ratan's parents, and then also
Parents, the other one is
just parents, and then Miryu as well. And I'm just sitting here, there's like 8 people in my brain all shouting at the same time, and I'm
Yep.
sitting here like,
Can you all please stop?
The worst part is when it clicks with me, therefore clicks with Ritan, what's going on. I then have the secondary thought of, oh my god, like, Leadir would literally be sitting there going, thank you! Finally! I've been saying this since...
The best worst part about being the DM for this group is watching you guys figure things out. Because I'm sitting here and I've got all of this build up and all of everything like in almost like a bullet pointed plan and watching you all just dance around it for so long, and I'm just like, if you just worded your own statement slightly differently, you'd hit the nail on the head. And then when you actually do it, I'm like, fucking Jesus, finally.
It's like being perpetually edged.
I'm like, good fucking lord, it took you way too long to, like, there's like my bullet pointed list and then there's everything else after it that I have to try and swing because you've made so many more things
I have
to
another
follow.
comment on that will make sense to you, but I'm not saying it on stream. Hang on.
But no, it's really like, you know, it's yeah. Sometimes it's hard being a DM. I mean, it's hard being a DM all the time, but you know.
Sometimes it's harder because you want to say things, but you can't say things.
Right.
Yeah, like all the times either of your like emotional support NPCs could have reacted during that entire conversation, and like they were in my brain saying words, and I couldn't put them out there. And they never will. They'll never see the light of day.
Because they don't know this conversation happened.
I want you to know that I messaged Fern about halfway through this whole thing going, you're probably going to have, like, instead of 10 minutes alone, like an hour alone with the NPCs. So let's get together during the week.
Yeah, they were probably out there for, like...
I said to him 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, like 40, like half hour, 45 minutes-ish. Definitely leaning more toward the...
Yep. I sent that message to him
Because the worst part is like so much of like...
I sent him that message over an hour ago.
Yeah, like the unfortunate part with D&D is like we do lose like a lot of time like describing what our characters are doing. So it's always weird trying to like condense that into like, no, that really wouldn't have taken that much time because it's happening simultaneously.
Like combat, for example, 1 round is 6 seconds.
What was the joke that Shin always used to say? 1 minute of combat takes an hour, but an hour's worth of combat takes like 1 minute.
Yeah, basically. Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
I have
Fucking
a
hell.
kitty staring at me. I think she is hungry.
My two are here. Well, Persephone's
I felt
done.
so bad because the entire time, like,
It's
Gypsy would hear me in
Gypsy.
here. She kept coming in going, Mummy.
Yeah, I heard her once and I was like,
Mhm.
oh!
She was
No.
so distressed.
I saw
Belle
that tale
sneezed
a
at
bunch
one
of
point.
times.
I didn't hear it.
No, I was being muted the whole time, but Belle sneezed at one point, and I was like, I like trying not to die of laughter because she's in this here, like somewhere
she's
here.
in the blanket.
Look, see, Belle is there, and Persephone's in the lump down on the floor. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh my god.
So, and then all of a sudden, I just hear. And I'm sitting here trying to like eat pasta and like
And not cry.
Well, like there was one point I was like, I'm crying into my pasta.
I'm gonna need to know when that part was.
Oh, you'll see it because I take my glasses off and wipe my face.
I'm actually surprised I didn't have to like fully take mine off. But I also think I just resigned myself to the fact that it was just gonna. I was like, if I take
Continuously
them
the whole
off, it's
time.
not gonna be a fucking difference. Fucking shit. 9 intelligence, but higher wisdom, mid-range wisdom. Fucking annoying. She gets there eventually.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm saying is this like Looney Tunes with an anvil.
I really wanted to make the anvil reference, but I couldn't. Because that's not come up yet.
Not in character.
Nope.
Okay, well.
So Ritan doesn't know about the eating anvils thing. And I wasn't gonna steal that from you. Alright. Thanks for crying.
Watching us cry for 2 hours.
I'm never watching this VOD. If I watch this VOD, A, I will be uncomfortable because I'll get to see my own cry face for like 2 hours. B, I will just cry all over again.
Well, it took me like almost 3 months before I could rewatch Killing Osiris again.
That was hard. I remember you telling me how rough that was.
Yeah. I didn't intend to crush my player with a giant scorpion, but you know, here we are. It's always the things that you don't think will kill them.
There was one that I had a really hard time watching too, and I can't remember what one it was.
Was it not Daniel's death?
Oh, yes. That was it. But there was also stuff that, like, I knew in that situation that no one else knew, which was why that hit me so much harder, because I knew what was going on with somebody else as a result of that.
Well,
I need to go get food. Feed this one.
I'm like post-depression hungry now.
well, I'm gonna go get ice cream because I'm dinner ice cream ready and depression ice cream ready. So
I'm hungry because I haven't eaten yet, and I definitely want ice cream because like I just want it. But also now I really want ice cream because I'm sad. But like good sad, because like progress.
Yeah.
This was good. This was
Oh,
important.
I thought of an emo idea for the Discord while we were live, and now I can't remember what it was, and it's gonna bother me.
Okay.
And it was so funny, and that's why I couldn't send it to you, because you would have started laughing, and now I can't remember what it was. I will remember, and I will DM you.
Okay.
But it was fucking hilarious.
You'll probably think of it if you watch the VOD again.
I don't know if I will.
God, I don't know what it could have been. Part of that's though because like I was like so
yeah.
Like I was in the Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, my
Oh, what
awareness
was it?
of what's going on is, like, everything is a stream of consciousness. I'm not aware of anything.
Yep, y'all are gonna have to go back and get your notes sorted.
Yeah.
Okay, well, go get food.
Yes.
Fucking shit. I am exhausted now.
I mean, I'll be here.
Yeah.
I might be back on in a little bit, but
Yeah.
who knows? Maybe I'll just start burying my face in
Little mochi ice creams that I got.
Yep.
Well, enjoy eating balls.
Oh, I will.
That's what mochi is, Wither.
Yeah, a little ball of.
I'm yep, I'm aware. Mostly because I'm the image you sent me when I was out at lunch. Hand cam.
Huh?
Which is why I'm like,
I sent you something earlier.
All right.
yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well,
All right. Yep. All right.
All right, so that's it for this session, half session. We'll be back next week for full session, full group. Everybody have a good week. See you all next time. Good night.